Check on the side. 3 changes for Craig Levein in. Dodds, Dillon and Robertson. Out, Kenneth, who's suspended, Kovacevic and Conway. And of course Swanson couldn't figure either because he's banned as well. So it's Lucas Zaluska in goal. Back 4, Sean Dillon, Lee Wilkie, Darren Dodds and Christian Calvinez. In midfield, Willo Flood, Mark Kerr, David Robertson and Morgado Gomez. Noel Hunt and Mark de Vries up front. Rangers side showing 4 alterations from the team which drew 0-0 with Sporting Lisbon in the UEFA Cup on Thursday night.
Craig, you've said that you're not out for revenge today, but I'm sure your players won't be lacking in motivation.
No, they certainly won't. We've been in very good form this week in training, and I'm hopeful. You know, I know that we'll put as much as we can into the match. We will be running just as hard in the last minutes of the match as we are at the start, and I'm hopeful that all the preparation we've done this week will work for us today.
With Motherwell and Hibs winning yesterday, does that place more importance on Dundee United taking something from today's game?
Well, we wanted to win the game today, whatever the reasons and how many reasons is irrelevant really. So the fact that Motherwell won yesterday and Hibs won yesterday makes no difference.
Most of your players have experienced winning against Rangers, whether it was this season or last. Would they take confidence from that?
Yeah, they will do. I think that you know yourself as a player, if you've got positive experiences to draw on, then that helps you when you face, you know, particularly one of the old firm teams. So I'm confident today. You know, I know we'll do well, but whether we win the match, I can't say for certain.
And you've shuffled the pack a little bit, 3 changes, and probably the most eye-catching, Sean Dillon comes back in for Kovacevic.
Yeah, Michael's been fantastic. He played 3 or 4 games for us, and he's just a very young boy. And I felt that Sean has been doing better in training, and he's itching to play. So, you know, the good thing from his point of view is he gets an opportunity today.
Good luck today.
Okay, thank you.
Was this the goal that effectively won the championship for Rangers? Celtic lost at Ibrox, then lost at home to Motherwell yesterday. But Christian Calvinez seems certain to make a reluctant return trip across the North Sea in the summer after 2 years here at Dundee United. But he wants the Tannadice team to be back in Europe by then after an amazing makeover, masterminded by Craig Levein.
It's been a great season for us, and I kind of felt it before the season as well that it was going to be a good season, because after the manager came in last season, we performed really well until the last 5 games. So I knew this was going to be a good season for us. I think when the manager came in, he saw that we didn't have any good organisation in the team, and he was starting to organise his team, starting from the defence. And we started, instead of conceding 4 or 5 goals every game, we went down to 0 or 1, and you just need 1 or 2 goals then to win the games.
Craig Brewster brought you to Tannadice, of course. Are you disappointed that it didn't work out for him a little better?
Of course, you're never happy when you're not doing well. And when I came in here, I think we played 6 or 7 games without a defeat. But instead of turning the draws until wins, it went to defeats, and that was probably what cost him his job.
You've spoken about returning to Norway in the summer. Is that still your intention just now?
We'll see what happens. I have to have a chat with my family again about that, but we'll see what happens after the season.
I think a lot of fans will ask, why would you want to leave after such a successful season?
That's the thing. I wouldn't want to leave. It's not that I want to leave. If I move, it's because of family reason. I would love to stay, and like I said, I've never enjoyed my football more than I've done in this club.
A lot of Scottish fans will be aware of Charlie Miller, of course, and Robbie Winters, who played at Brandbergen. Is there more of an influence in Norway now in terms of Scottish football? Do people know more about it than they used to?
They've always known about Scottish football, like in the likes of Celtic and Rangers, but I think, at least in my city, they would know more about Dundee United, of course, and Aberdeen, where Robbie came from. And they all know Charlie's history as well. So,
Rangers this weekend, who you happen to have a very good record against. You scored on your debut at Ibrox, and you've beaten them twice at Tannadice.
Yeah, it's been quite a good record against them, but they're a very good team, so you have to sharpen up against them. And if we do that, then we work as hard as we did in the cup final. Hopefully we'll get a win this time.
You mentioned the cup final, of course. It was only a matter of weeks since you suffered such a devastating defeat. Is this a chance of revenge for Dundee United?
In a way, you can say it would be a revenge if we would beat them, but I think this is a new game and this is the league. They need to win because they want to win the league, and we need to win to stay in contention for the UEFA Cup spot. So I think it's the most important thing for us is just consider this as a new game and use the extra energy that we got from losing the cup final to win this game.
Dundee United were the last team to beat Rangers in the SPL. I guess you'd have good memories of that win, and would that help you this weekend?
Every time you play well against them or any other team, you get confidence. And like you said, we've beaten Rangers twice over the last 2 seasons now, and it gives you confidence that you can beat them. I think that's very important when you play the Old Firm.
I think Mrs. Calvinez has decided that they're heading back to Norway in the summer, but Christian has been a good player for Dundee United, hasn't he?
He has. He's very versatile. Not eye-catching, but steady. He's got better and better as he's gone on. I think he's settled in, and I think you could tell there in his interview that he's disappointed he's going to be leaving. And I think it'll be a loss for Craig Levein as well. That goes without saying. But when her indoors says she wants to go, as you well know, because you're henpicked, I'm not, what I say goes. But family reasons, he's going home. Your missus don't watch this, does she?
Not anymore.
He's no, and so it's disappointing for the lad. But you know, living in Dundee to living in Norway is a little bit different, and not everybody settles in, and you know, everybody responds differently to different situations and different cultures, and you've got to respect his decision. But he's been a good performer for them, and I think he's served his time well here.
Christian.
They're difficult to beat here at Tannadice, and I think in midfield and defence they have clicked, and they're still trying to chase Motherwell and Hibs for that third spot, so it's all to play for.
Well, let's have a look at today's teams. Dundee United make 3 changes from the side that lost at Hearts. Sean Dillon replaces Michael Kovacevic at right back. David Robertson is preferred to Craig Conway, and Darren Dodds is back for Gary Kenneth, sent off last week, so suspended today. Likewise, Danny Swanson. Lee Wilkie has hardly trained all week due to dead leg, but he's made it. The front 2, Hunt and De Vries, both scored against Rangers in the CIS Cup final last month.
Yeah, Dundee United set up in a 4-4-2 with a diamond shape in the central area. It's a back line Levein started the season with, so no lack of understanding there. And the same could be said, I suppose, in midfield, with only the late addition of Robertson signifying a slightly more attacking policy from the home side. I think Rangers will need to watch his late runs in and around the box. And it's little and large up front. The combination of qualities between De Vries and Hunt has already given the visitors problems this season.
Has handed Rangers the chance to take a giant step towards the title. The Rangers win and they go 9 points clear with a game in hand. But, and it's a big but, Rangers have lost on their last 2 visits to Tannadice, and Dundee United also should have beaten them in the CIS Cup final last month. So it is a really testing fixture this for Rangers. But that shock defeat for Celtic has given them an extra lift. It's made this game even more significant. Dundee United have turned Tannadice into a formidable fortress, though. No way will Rangers get it all their own way here. Chris Boyd came on to torment Dundee United in that cup final last month, scoring 2 goals and the decisive penalty at Kilmarnock. He once scored 5 goals in 1 game against them, so they won't be too pleased to see him starting at Tannadice today. Christian Daly started his career at Dundee United. He made his debut for them as a 16-year-old striker in 1990 and scored. Lukas Zaluka's best mate is Celtic keeper Artur Boruc. He needs to do his pal a favour today and shut Rangers out. Charlie Richmond is in charge. Barry Ferguson still leading Rangers despite that ankle problem. Lee Wilkie fit to skipper Dundee United. Both managers have turned around their clubs in a short space of time. Craig Levein's got Dundee United to a cup final and close to Europe. Walter Smith will be sitting upstairs again today as he completes a two-match touchline ban. Ali McCoist and Kenny McDowell will be in charge in the dugout. Well, after 2 seasons without a trophy, Rangers have already collected some silverware this season, beating Dundee United on penalties in the CIS final. They didn't really deserve to win that, but they did, and now they're closing in on the SPL title. They're still in the Scottish Cup and the UEFA Cup. It has the makings of a memorable season for Rangers Football Club. But it's a big game too for Dundee United, who are well in the chase for a European place. 5th at the moment. But a win today would propel them back into 3rd.
I think it's significant as well that the Rangers fans sounded particularly jovial as a team came on the field. And it's a different position now for Rangers. It'll be interesting to see how they handle this. Out in front. The title's more or less theirs now. Can only throw it away.
Whittaker linking up here with Novo. Turned away by Carbones. Gomez. Rangers have won their last 13 games in the SPL. Their best run since the 1972-73 season, when Jock Wallace's side won 16 in a row. Mind you, that year Celtic still won the title. Darren Dodds reunited with Lee Wilkie in the heart of defence, having been out of favour lately. Gary Kenneth, though, suspended, allowing Dodds back in. Christian Daly playing at right back for Rangers.
Yeah, Nacho Novo as well. Although it is a 4-4-2, Novo will drop right back into that midfield area when Rangers don't have possession. And try maybe just sit, picking up the defensive midfield player. Kerr in midfield for United. And Robertson, well, he'll do the opposite job for United. He'll try and get himself into the box, get on the end of things, if the home side manages to get wide and get balls in the box.
Darren Dodds. Lee Wilkie is hardly trained all week on the dead leg. Chris Boyd is closing in on Dodds. Whittaker closing in on Carbones, but here's Gomez. Kerr for Wilkie. Dillon back in favour. Hoisted high by David Weir. Walter Smith completing a 2-match touchline ban. Not far behind Craig Levein. Kerr. Darren Dodds still up there. Willow Flood keeping it going for Dundee United. And Flood seeking out Hunt. He managed to sneak in behind Papac.
Certainly the shades of the cup final with Flood on the ball again. Just find himself a couple of yards of space. It's a great ball at the back post as well. And Hunt, as ever, eager to get on the end of things. And Papac, well, I'll tell you what, he does do that. He tends to ball watch at times. And Hunt trying to capitalise.
Wilkie. Flood. It's a bitterly cold, blustery day in Dundee. Papac up towards Nacho Novo, making a rare start in the SPL this season, only his 4th. Carlos Cuellar.
I just wonder if that's one of the reasons as well why Walter Smith has dropped Barry Ferguson back into a deeper midfield role, because in the midfield area was where they lost out in the cup final. Dundee United ran the show in there, maybe hoping to try and get his captain on the ball a little bit more.
Sean Dillon. Noel Hunt. It's bounced off him into Barry Ferguson's path. Now Whittaker. Christian Daly outside of him. Daly, whose long and sometimes illustrious career began here at Tannadice. Gomez leaves it for Mark Kerr, whose back pass allowed Rangers back into the CIS Cup final. He'd had such a good game as well. Rangers had to show their resilience that day, and they will do on this day for sure. This is David Robertson, and De Vries testing Alan McGregor.
Well, that's why Robertson is in the team today, for those late runs. It's a decent ball in as well, and De Vries does well because he keeps it down. It's getting behind him a little bit, and all he's trying to do is guide it to the front post area.
Now Nacho Novo snapping away at Lee Wilkie's heels. Kerr, Gomez, De Vries. Now Christian Daly gives Dundee United a corner.
It's very early in the game, but already Gomez, Flood, Robertson, they're all such composed midfield players, look good in the ball, love to spread it around and control things. I think if Rangers want to win this game today, that's the area they have to start getting the better of.
Look how crowded it is in that 6-yard box as Willow Flood drills it in. It's a poor corner though, met by Sasa Papac. Two teams with huge incentives today. 3 points really would make quite a difference. Rangers' last domestic defeat came on this ground at the end of October. Dundee United beat them 2-1 that day. Noel Hunt feeding Willow Flood, who's still over there, having taken the corner. And Mark De Vries has pulled away, but he's offside. The flag is up. Worrying that he pulled away, though.
Yeah, and it's in the same area again, onto Papac. I just wonder if that's been discussed. Maybe just went a foot or so too early. It's the right idea again from Dundee United, trying to expose Rangers in that area, certainly with De Vries in there.
Chris Boyd's flick, turned away by Darren Dodds. Papac. Ferguson. Spreading it to Daly. Jeered by some of the Dundee United fans on his return to Tannadice. Firm challenge by David Robertson on Stephen Whittaker. And Daly has to go back to Quaylar, and he has to go back to McGregor. Novo pinches it off Kerr. Daly. Quaylar towards McCulloch. Sean Dillon sticking close to him. And had Lee Wilkie not made it today, and he was a big doubt during the week, Sean Dillon would have played as a centre-half alongside Darren Dodds. Weir. Bit of a no contest between Wilkie and Novo, aerially. Noel Hunt. Papac.
That's good play from Papac. Tucking back in there. He read the wind quite well. But he knows with Noel Hunt about, he certainly won't give up.
Kerr. Robertson. Hunt. De Vries waiting in the middle. Away by Quaylar, but only to Kerr. And Gomez. Always rising from the moment he struck it.
The Rangers just can't get it cleared enough. Mark Kerr going for the 1-2 there. It fell to Gomez. Technique wasn't up to the build-up though. I think it's going to...
Oh, mistake from Wilkie, terrible mistake. Nacho Novo hasn't capitalised on it, and he had Stephen Whittaker waiting alongside him to be put in. De Vries will fancy some of that, but he's clambering over Papac. Free kick for a shove.
Well, the problem for the Vries is it's a standing start. And although he should win that against Papac, if he gives himself a couple of yards to run onto it, it's a much easier header.
Darren Dodds for Christian Carbones. Gomez got away from Ferguson. This is Mark Kerr. He's managed to put that through to Carbones. And David Weir sends it back to Carbones, who tries once more. Weir meets it again. And it's dispatched by Daly. A bounce eluding Novo. And Mark Kerr, strong and forceful in the challenge. Dundee United right up for it, out for revenge after undeservedly losing in the CIS Cup final. Thompson giving Novo something to chase, but Dillon able to hook it back to Zaluska, who better not hang around. Not with Novo lurking.
Yeah, again, United stepping it up in midfield area, winning most second ball there. Mistake by Flood though.
Now Gomez. Carbones outside of him. Is that a handball from Ferguson? It was. Free kick. Dundee United.
It's a good play again from United. They just seem to be able to move the ball so freely from one side to the next. Players with movement in midfield make that happen. They're not frightened to change positions.
Lee Wilkie and Darren Dodds and Mark De Vries. All potential targets here for Flood. Everybody jostles for position, and there's a bit too much jostling going on for Charlie Richmond's liking. Bit of shirt tugging you saw then. Christian Daly given a warning. Here it comes in from Flood. Much ado about nothing.
Yeah, it's a poor...
Gomez, shadowed by Thompson again. Nutmeg. No Hunt now. De Vries, can he return it to Hunt? Very nearly. He was onside.
Some of the stuff from Dundee United is different class. Great link-up play, or attempt to do so anyway from the two strikers. It's just behind No Hunt. A lot of play now on this left-hand side for Dundee United.
Gomez turned away by Weir. McCulloch and Papac conspire to clear, but it's only gone as far as Gomez. Kerr into the feet of De Vries and David Robertson with a rather tame effort. Have been in big bother. Barry Ferguson placing it carefully, taking time. Ferguson's corner, and De Vries beat McCulloch to it. There was a foul in there anyway.
To make up the ground and get close, or even get past the front two. It's been pretty stagnated from the midfield today for Rangers. They have to have that desire to go that bit further and get themselves in the box.
Carvanez launching it to De Vries, away by Weir. Well, after Celtic's defeat yesterday, this is probably the fixture that Gordon Strachan would have wanted Rangers to have. They do not have a great record at Tannadice, even. A free kick now. Willow Flood standing over it. Dodds, De Vries, Wilkie. Waiting for this. Flood takes it. Oh, Darren Dodds nearly! And it has been put in at last! Dundee United are level! And it's Christian Carvanez with the final touch. He's put them in front. And Rangers, well, they always seem to find the going tough here.
But who could deny Dundee United this goal in this first half? Dodge has a go at it, Carvanez, and then he follows up again. Carvanez off the post. He just loves scoring against Rangers. It's a great ball in, but no one attacks it. The central defence for Rangers, unbelievable compared to how they have been doing this in the past this season. No one goes for it. There's no Quaylar, there's no Weir, but there is Carvanez, and he pops up the second goal against Rangers in a well-deserved 1-0 lead.
Eddie Thompson, Dundee United's counter-stricken top man, cheered by that. And once again, they're giving it their best shot against Rangers.
It has to be said, though, they've been a team that are more adventurous, mentioned movement and ability to interchange in the midfield area. They've done that. Gomez, Flood, they've taken on. Mark Kerr's been good in the middle as well, composed, and up front through Hunt, a bit of movement, a bit of guile.
Yellow card for Lee McCulloch for that lunge on Hunt.
And McCulloch trying to get back in here. He was always going to be too late, and his left leg swung through as well.
Lee Wilkie then, ready to pop this one in. Dodds has lost out that time. Well, they couldn't half do with the response before half-time. Barry Ferguson will trot across to take this.
Well, Dundee United have certainly got enough height in that area. One of the teams that can match Rangers for physique. See there, Wilkie and Dodds up against Weir.
Dundee United will be desperate to go in, leading at half-time. Ferguson's free kick, and David Weir! They've got their equaliser! David Weir with his first SPL goal for Rangers. It's 1-1.
Who said he was tired? It's great timing of the run, and I think United get it wrong because he goes zonally across the 6-yard box. And what that means is it gives Weir the stimulus to get in there with pace ahead of the defence.
48th game of the season. He'll be 38 years of age next month. David Weir makes a vital contribution to the Rangers' cause. Cracking free kick from Ferguson. Duly buried by Weir.
And that gave him the run And that's the foul that the referee gave, or the assistant linesman, assistant referee, which led to the goal. May have been a little bit soft, but United should have been able to deal with it. It's a great ball in from Barry Ferguson, though, right on top of the United defence.
Responding for Rangers, Darren Dodds nearly scored. Christian Calvinez did. And the leaders were toiling, but Barry Ferguson whipped in a fantastic free kick, and it was met emphatically by David Weir. It's some contest between these two. It usually is at half-time at Tannadice. It's Dundee United 1, Rangers 1, and it is proving quite a battle.
Mind not to change it at half-time, to send his players out, maybe give them 10, 15 more minutes and see how things go, let it settle down again, and then make his mind up again whether it's time to bring on a Naismith or a D'Archeville.
Below flood for David Robertson. Noel Hunt. Willow Flood. Cut out by Papach. Clash ahead. Kevin Thompson came off worse.
Robertson took him back in. Just catches Thompson on the way past.
Craig Levein has come downstairs for the second half. Walter Smith not allowed to do that. He's completing a two-match touchline ban today after mixing it with Mixu Patalainen. Novo for Boyd, who went down and appealed for a penalty. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but Whittaker may keep the pressure on Dundee United. It's dug out by Mark Kerr, and in fact Kerr has got a free kick. Gomez. Hunt. It's opened up for Noel Hunt to have a strike, beaten away by McGregor. And De Vries looked like he might latch onto it, but Rangers cooped with the rebound just. Lively start to the second half. Darren Dodds shrugging off Novo. Turned away by Cuellar. Noel Hunt has a long throw in him. Wilkie and Dodds. Not far from each other. There it goes from Hunt. Ferguson. Chris Boyd offside. Nacho Novo. He's turning into some player.
Yeah, Gomez has been brilliant today. On that left-hand side, so comfortable on the ball.
Mark Kerr up towards Hunt, and now David Robertson into the path of Calvinez. The goal scorer looking to turn provider, and it's Dillon who's going to send this across, and Noel Hunt has put it in, and Dundee United are back in front, and once again, yet again, they have trouble in store for Rangers.
Yeah, again, they're just mixing it up. It's causing Rangers problems. But look just how clever is this ball from Dillon. He takes his time, he waits, and he just lobs it over to the back post. Good ball in from Calvinez, but just watch the composure. And Hunt is on hand, as he's been so often this season. A yard out, never going to miss from there. And a well-constructed goal from Dundee United. Edge perfect with that pass from Dillon. Cuellar can't make it. They're so deep, Rangers. And Dundee United back in front.
Lovely ball from Dillon to set up this man, Noel Hunt, who scored against Rangers in the CIS final as well. Dundee United are loving this, and so are Celtic. De Vries now. Oh, he's got his way through! And Christian Daly just going away from Mark De Vries. Rangers have got a job on their hands, but Nacho Novo's in. Can he equalise? Surely. Novo has done it. Rangers bounce back yet again. Nacho Novo. Answers the call.
Well, it's poor defending. Calvarez, just see there, he hangs back, extra yard, but so much to do for Novo, and so composed. And he knows the tackle's going to come from behind. You can feel that, but all he's caring about is getting past Zaluska and making the ball find the net. Typical from Nacho Novo. Great striker. And once again, Rangers back in it.
Walter Smith is smiling again. Nacho Novo's 48th goal for Rangers, and it's been a carbon copy of the Hampden final last month when Rangers went behind, made it 1-1, went behind again, made it 2-2. There'll be no penalties to decide the issue today. Well, not in the form of a shootout anyway, but you get the feeling there's a whole lot more to come in what remains of this match.
I'm sure Craig Levein will not be happy with his defence on that one. He fell asleep. Calvarez, he got the line of defence all wrong, and that gave Novo the chance that he wanted, the chance that he took.
Well, the opening half hour of this game wasn't up to much, but it's been captivating since. Gomez. David Weir was very close to Mark De Vries. Christian Daly now.
See how close this was. Well, I'll tell you what, on that line, Nacho Novo looks to be just offside, but the way the pass is played and the fact that he's coming back to the park just gave him the edge on that one. Doesn't matter now. He was through, he took advantage of it.
You can't take your eyes off this game for sure. Chris Boyd is onside. And Zaluska's come a long way out, and he's going to be caught, is he? Nacho Novo! And Zaluska got back to stop it. Is it me, or is it all happening in his game at the moment?
He just got away with that again. Again, it's that defensive line. Again, it's right on the edge. Nacho Novo picks it up. He's going for the big lob, but doesn't catch it right. United get away with it.
So De Vries is off and John Daly is on. He did his cruciate ligaments towards the end of last season, and then suffered an ankle injury playing against Celtic in November. It's only his 4th appearance of the season, John Daly. He's on to join Noel Hunt up front. Hunter has fallen. A rather strange fall. He won't play a part in this attack. He's stayed down, Hunt. Here's Kerr. Flood. And he slips it through to Sean Dillon. Robertson, oh, it's an own goal! Carlos Cuellar puts it into his own net. And this amazing game takes another twist. Dundee United are in front for the 3rd time.
Yeah, you're right, and it's all happening. Can't believe it, because Dundee United have only got 2 players in the box. Yet again, Dillon, inch perfect with the ball, not for his own player, but to make it really difficult for Carlos Cuellar. And he's trying to hook this past the post, and he gets it completely wrong. There's good pace on the ball, but really, Rangers should be dealing with that. Noel Hunt was down the ground at the time. They were one man down, United, but yet they've still managed to scrape their way back into this one.
Well, ironically, Noel Hunt wasn't in there, but it came awkwardly off Quayla, and Walter Smith's Rangers are behind again.
Well, at this stage, it's got to be about communication. The back four, have a look, see who's coming in. There's only 2 United players in there. Weir misses it, and Quayla just mistimes it. Daly can't get there.
Treatment for Hunt, and this is what happened.
Well, initial contact there, then he goes down in stages, collapsible legs here.
Ferguson, can Rangers come back for a third time at Tannadice today? He wouldn't bet against it. Here's Papac. Stephen Whittaker was sizing up a volley, but Carbones dismissed that idea. Noel Hunt, he's struggling.
That's for sure. Not in a game like this where chances are being created.
Mistake here is letting Chris Boyd. This is extraordinary. It's 3-3. Chris Boyd always scores against Dundee United. A remarkable match.
Oh, what a game of football. What a poor back pass as well for Flood and for United. But just look at the class here. In off the post. So cool, so calm. Absolute composure personified. Brilliant from Chris Boyd. And he's telling everyone to shut up.
Come on, Dundee United, you don't do back passes when Chris Boyd is around. Mark Kerr presented him with a goal in the CIS Cup final last month, and Willow Flood has just gone and done the very same thing. And Rangers have hauled themselves back level for the third time on what is becoming a breathtaking afternoon at Tannadice.
For a game that was so tight in the first 35 minutes in the first half, to develop into this, it's quite amazing.
I thought it'd be 3-3 by now, actually. It's a Dundee United throw. Stephen Whittaker felt otherwise. Gomez. It's cannoned off Whittaker. Spun towards Robertson and Christian Daly. Here's Noel Hunt. He's gone down. A calm clearance from Daly. Quayla. Nacho Novo! Excellent effort. Superb save.
Oh, that's a sheer brilliance. Just look at the way he controls it on the turn, volley, and matched by Zaluska. But that's unbelievable technique from Nacho Novo. And to get so much power on the shot as well. It's going top corner. Zaluska was there.
Barry Ferguson then to take this corner. Rangers haven't been in front at any stage today. This would be a good time to start. Ferguson in, and Carlos Quayla nearly got to that. Lee Wilkie turned it away for another corner. Carbones. Hunt. We skipped away from Quayla. Promising again for Dundee United. Rangers had enough back to deal with that. I think Robertson is down at the moment for Dundee United. And Daly takes over. And it's going to be Gomez for the hit. And it came off David Weir's knee.
Well, credit to Dundee United. They're still taking this match to Rangers. Not content with the 3 goals. Gomez this time, and Weir just glad to be in the way.
Excellent entertainment in this second half at Tannadice. Willow Flood's corner. And Lee McCulloch trying to hook it away. McGregor can't get to grips with it. We're into the last 10 tense minutes.
It's great stuff from both sides. Last line defending. Players trying to get themselves on the end of things. Everything given.
Noel Hunt hurt himself then as he tried that long throw. He's got it back though. Hunt into Wilkie! Well, when he took the long throw there, Noel Hunt was grimacing. Seems to have a problem. Chris Boyd to latch onto that. Now, there was no contact according to the assistant referee, so why would he go down?
Well, let's see. Well, I think, as you can see, there's absolutely no contact there. I don't know what Chris Boyd's thinking about. I don't know if it's a blade of grass, maybe.
If you're going to go down, it's best not to leave it 5 minutes, really. Daly. Keep the gap at 6 points at the top. Dillon. Robertson! David Robertson denied. Alan McGregor with another vital save, one of many this season.
Well, certainly was. Maybe not quite as good as a save against Celtic where Hinkle hit the top corner. Not too far away. It's a great run from Robertson. Perfect timing.
Willow Flood's corner, and Robertson's header drops just wide.
Well, two in the space of a minute. This is not far away either. That's a great header. It's going for the back post area. He's got to guide it over the defence.
Chris Boyd, time to deliver. Robertson with another header, which lands on the roof of Alan McGregor's net. He's had a few chances in the last few minutes.
Yeah, he's been more successful the latter part of the game. Space has opened up a little bit for him.
Carvanez. Gomez. Daly. It's going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time and a foul on Naismith. It's Dundee United's turn to try and win it in stoppage time. And that would cap the afternoon. Noel Hunt's cross, it's a good one. McGregor put enough on it. D'Archeville. It's Willow Flood. Daly in there, but Carlos Cuellar cut across him superbly. Flood. They're still going, Dundee United, aiming to deliver a knockout blow. Robertson is going to get a free kick. Only 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Again, it's great possession in around the box from Dundee United. Quite happy to move it as quickly as they can and try and open up the Rangers' rear guard. They're going to get one last crack at it.
It's now or never for Dundee United if they are going to beat Rangers in this extraordinary encounter. Hold your breath. Flood sends it in. Calvinez! And it was a big chance, really, to win the game for Christian Calvinez.
Oh, this is huge. Completely unmarked to the back post, and all he's got to do is try and get it on target. Make the goalkeeper work, and he didn't.
The game is over, and what a game it was. The first half hour, well, there was no sign of what was to come. But then this game really did spark into life. Dundee United in front 3 times, Rangers bouncing back 3 times. And, well, they'll see this as a decent point after the way the afternoon panned out and after Celtic's defeat to Motherwell yesterday. Morgaro, Gomez, terrific for Dundee United today, but they just can't hang on to a lead against a resilient Rangers. And rather like in the CIS final at Hampden last month, it was a poor back pass that got Rangers out of trouble here, but they had to get out of trouble a few times, in truth. Dundee United ahead when Christian Calvinez scrambled in that opener, but just before half-time, a fantastic free kick from Barry Ferguson met by David Weir. Dundee United, though, always seem to rise to the occasion against Rangers, and Sean Dillon's cross was flicked in by Noel Hunt. Back, though, came Rangers. Nacho Novo rescuing them that time. There's more. 3-2. An own goal from Carlos Cuellar. But then, for Mark Kerr last month at Hampden, Reed, Willow Flood at Tannadice this month. Chris Boyd yet again pounced and yet again saved the day against Dundee United. Time to pause for breath and reflect on an incredible game that finished Dundee United 3, Rangers 3.
75 points now. A draw will do for them today, I'm sure. And a 7-point advantage over Celtic. And of course, Rangers still have 1 more game to play. 8 left for them in this SPL campaign. As for Dundee United, they go up a place on goal difference above Hibs, both on the 50 mark, and they are both 2 points behind Motherwell, who of course have 2 extra games to play. Man of the match today, Dundee United's Morgaro Gomez. He's with Stuart Lovell.
Morgaro, that was an amazing game of football, but how are you feeling at the end of the match? Disappointed that you didn't manage to hold on?
Disappointed because I thought we played some good stuff today, and to score 3 goals against Rangers is really good. And I thought that we were going to win the game, and they came back like 3 times in the game. So it's like, I feel like a defeat, like it's a draw, but we are all disappointed.
It looked like there was an element of motivation in your team, maybe trying to put right what went wrong in the cup final last month.
Yeah, exactly. Like we play like we played 2 weeks ago against them, like in the final. Like everybody played their games, and we were on top of the games, and we did good.
The game was quite similar to the cup final in that you got on top in the midfield in the first half and managed to keep a lot of possession. Your players were flying into tackles, and that really got the crowd behind you, didn't it?
Yeah, the manager told us when you play against the old firm, like to keep the ball, and that's what we did today, just to keep the ball and see take it from there, see how it goes.
I guess you must be quite frustrated to score 3 goals against Rangers and still not manage to win.
I know. Like I say, like score 3 goals against them. It's not every day that we do this, so like feel like a defeat today.
I know your manager likes to look into video analysis to look through the good parts and the bad parts of the game. What do you think he'll focus on next week?
I really don't know, because we play some good stuff today and we're unlucky like to draw against them. But I don't know. Like the manager told us we play a good game, so I don't know what he's going to say.
A point, of course, lifts you up to 4th place. You're still very much in a strong position to fight for 3rd. Still feeling confident about your chances?
I think we can still get the 3rd place. It won't be easy because Motherwell and Hibs are a good team, but we'll see at the end of the season who'll get the 3rd place.
Well, Morgaro, for another fine performance, you've managed to take the bubbly today. You're the Clydesdale Bank Man of the match. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
Top man. Hey, thanks.
Dundee United were bidding for a third straight win against Rangers here at Tannadice, and they weren't far short of it at the end. That was a quite amazing game. 1-1 at half-time, 3-3 at full-time. But the way things went, Rangers will be quite happy with that point, and it just extends their lead at the top of the table to 7 points. Craig.
Midfield areas where Dundee United really make a difference against the Old Firm. And, you know, Flood, he's always trying to get on the ball. But Gomez today, from the very start of the game, he looked so composed. And down that left-hand side with Calvinez as well, I thought they sort of dictated play in the first half. But, you know, credit to Rangers, they came back when they had to. And that's maybe, we said this before about teams that win championships. You know, even if they're not playing well, they manage to get goals at the right time. And I think, again, today Rangers did that.
They did pass it well, didn't they, Craig, Dundee United? They don't panic at all, even when they're in possession in tight areas.
I was really impressed with them. I thought they played some smashing stuff. I thought they deserved to take the 3 points in the end. But, you know, two things come out of this game. One, how much Dundee United have improved and what job Craig Levein is doing. The other side of the coin is what Rangers are all about. Not quite at their best, certainly for an hour. And still having the guts and the mentality to drag out a point, which turns out it looks as if it's going to be a great point for them in a match that was always going to be difficult. But it was a cracking match. It was a great advert for the SPL. It had a bit of everything. But once again, Dundee United shot themselves in the foot. Mark Kerr in the cup final. This time it was Willow Flood. Silly, needless back pass. And it's cost them 3 points.
And the irony for United is, well though they played here today, is that they actually lose a bit in terms of the opposition for that third place in Europe next season.
Yeah, but it's going to be tight, Rob. You know, they're going to drop points, and they're going to, you know, pick up points against teams you might not think they're going to pick up points against, just because if you look at the way they play now, and I think, you know, it's a little bit back to how the start of the season was, where teams, you know, like Hibs and Dundee United and Motherwell were going against the Old Firm. And they weren't worried about it. They were going in and they were really playing, not just, you know, winning games and getting draws out of it, but playing good football as well. And I think that's the difference, and that highlights exactly what Craig's saying about Craig Levein here, being able to come and turn that around so quickly. But you've also got to say, look what Rangers have done. Look what Walter Smith's done. He's come in and, you know, he's picked a trophy up already. It looks like it's the championship as well, and I think that's a good draw for them today.
There seems to be something about playing Rangers that brings out the best in Dundee United.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that match today. I mean, that's how football should be played. I thought both teams went for it and tried to get all 3 points, and as a result of that, we got 6 goals and loads of chances.
3 times you're in the lead, 3 times you were pegged back. Are you frustrated that you never managed to keep your noses in front for any great length of time?
Frustration isn't my feeling just now, in all honesty. I'm just delighted the way the boys, every time they did peg one back, we managed to get ourselves in front again. And at 3 each, we had 2 fantastic chances to win the game. And I can only compliment the players on their resilience today, and I suppose, you know, I have to compliment Rangers as well on their resilience, coming back 3 times. But I thought our players today were just superb.
There's one thing that's noticeable about Dundee United this season is the quality of passing and the composure. Is that something that you feel has developed over the course of the season?
Well, it has, because you have to understand that this team's only really just been put together at the start of the season. So the longer we play together and I understand what the players' strengths and capabilities are, then we can let them do a little bit more and take more risks. I mean, sometimes taking risks results in losing goals, and it has done for us a few times. But you know, I'd much rather try and play the game in that manner and than have a boring nothing each game.
I guess by taking risks, you're talking about asking your players to pass it sometimes in defensive areas, and twice against Rangers, ironically enough, it's cost you quite dearly.
Yeah, well, as long as they don't pass it back to the goalkeeper, we're fine. I mean, we played a lot of great stuff in our half. You know, passed it, short passes into midfield, back to defenders, and you know, I always think going back to the goalkeeper, for me, is the most dangerous. Obviously, because even when you're going back to him, he's got to kick the ball, you know, 20 yards further than the player who's passing it back. So, but I'm not going to criticise Willow for I thought it was fantastic today, and you know, I've just asked the lads if anybody else is planning on doing that in the next couple of weeks, if they could let me know so I can prepare myself.
You changed the shape of the team a little bit today, 2 up and 1 off. That seemed to work very well for you. Is that something that was just set aside for this game, or will you maybe use that in the future? No,
we've played that. We played it in the cup final. We played it against Motherwell, and I'm in the process of trying to change the system from a 4-5-1 or 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2. But I'm a little bit reluctant to just open the whole thing out in the middle just now because it is a change. So we're a little bit tighter in the middle than sometimes a 4-4-2 can be, but it suits the players we've got. It certainly doesn't stifle us at all because we get plenty of width from our full-backs as well.
I know you like to spend a little bit of time on video analysis. Will you be focusing on the good aspects of today's performance or maybe the one or two mistakes that the players have made?
Well, we never look at mistakes with a view to having a go at people. Everything is done for a reason, and that is to try and learn from. So there's no point in looking at some of them, I mean, because they were just basic errors. Other than that, yeah, we'll concentrate, I think, a lot more on the positive aspects of this game. And then the players, I've got a few days off later on this week as well.
And I guess this still sets you up quite nicely for the last 5 games. You're very much in the thick of the chase for 3rd place, despite the fact there are 5 difficult games to go.
Yeah, we're enjoying our football just now because we're playing well and everybody's on a high in the dressing room. Everybody wants to play. Got great competition for places. And, Dan Dodds and Sean Dillon came in today and I thought both were excellent. David Robertson also. So, we don't want the season to end. We want it to continue.
Thanks, Craig.
OK, thanks, Stuart.
A close call at Tannadice. Craig Levine's Dundee United went to the brink of beating Rangers. But Walter Smith's champions in waiting showed the resilience that's taken them towards the title.